All right. Let's head back to the mage's quarters. Let's deposit our coins, and let's get a count. See where we're at. Get a full accounting of our stuff. We're going to pick up our snow globes as well. I want to get those in the right spot. Okay. So coins go in here. Going to add 11 more. That's great. Okay, and I think miscellaneous storage is where our snow globes are. Yep, let's grab those. And let's take a look at our progression. All right, not bad. 20 more coins and we've got them all. That's not bad at all. Okay. So let's run back to the lobby real quick. We'll deposit our snow globes. All right. In they go. Now things look much more organized. And remember, these snow globes, each one of these snow globes represents a creature that we can now conjure if we have the right ingredients. So that's pretty amazing. You can conjure these creatures and they will stay with you until they die. So it's not a temporary thing. But if you're not the sort of person who likes having some creature following you around constantly, then, you know, either choose wisely or think twice. I don't know. It's up to you, I guess. But very cool. Okay, so now, what time is it? All right. It's almost time for us to have a chat with our alchemist. So let's go down there. Actually, wait a second. Now that I think about it, we do have a little bit of time to kill. One of the things we haven't done in here is put up any curtains or anything like that. So let's do that. Blue. Okay. Blue curtains. And some rugs. Put the rugs out. Fancify the place a little bit. All right. Now let's go talk to our alchemist and see if we can get her to clean that mess up. Okay, we've got curtains and rugs up in here. We've done all of that stuff. So now we're just going to wait. Let's give it a couple hours. Incidentally, interesting thing about waiting. Waiting does not work when it comes to charging Wellkind stones or the ambulatory portal. Keep that in mind. It takes 36 in-game hours no matter what you do. You can wait a week if you want to, and that thing will not charge any faster than 36 in-game hours. So that's one of the things I learned just through poking around, doing some research last night. So bear that in mind. If you're getting frustrated with the slow pace that thing operates, there's really no way to speed it up, and I think that's by design. I mean, I think it's just kind of a game balancing thing, and I'm fine with that. Just so you know. Okay, there she is. Let's get her to clean up the lobby.
What do you need?
Okay. Can you plant something for me, please?
Expanding the herb garden. Make room for some new plants I'm planning.
Yeah, I know, right? Great idea. clean up the lobby.
Okay, got it.
Thank you. Okay. Planning will take 3 hours. Okay. So, now, let's get to some fun stuff. It is interesting Easter egg time. I've already shared one with you for the tower. I've got 3 more interesting Easter eggs that I have discovered that I want to share with you that are interesting and fun and completely unexpected. So first, let's progress down to the vaults. We haven't been down there this episode, so let's do that. So if you remember earlier, I was talking about, how I was looking for that last volume, that last book. And in the course of looking for that and looking for gems and, coins and snow globes and all these different things, I was poking around in this vault room a lot. In fact, I've come down here many, many times and just sat here and puzzled about it. So one of the things I'm going to show you here is an Easter egg. It's intended. And one of the things I'm going to show you is an interesting but sort of fun little glitch that I have a feeling Dark Fox is going to take care of in a patch eventually. But I thought it was sort of interesting and fun. So as I was looking around here, one of the things I thought about was let's think about what we've encountered in this mod thus far. The use of fire to light things, the clearing debris like rocks and stuff like that with a pickaxe, and I thought, what about melting ice? So, I just started literally blasting flames everywhere. And I went inside the vaults, blasting everything in sight. And as it turned out, I got lucky. And it opened up this portal, which is kind of ironic because I had blasted this side of the portal a whole bunch and kind of gave up on it and did this on a lark and found this chest in here. So if we open this up, we get a whole bunch of Wellkind stones, and we get Volume 1 of the Wellkind Stone Journal, which is the final one that we needed to find to complete that set. And ironically, this is the first volume, so we've read 2 and 3 already, encountering those, in our exploration of the tower. During my travels across Tamriel, I've come across many incredible discoveries. However, I have not found anything quite as useful as Wellkind stones. From the information I've been able to gather, these crystals were created by a race of elves known as the Aelids. The crystals were created with the use of meteoric glass, though nobody knows exactly how the Aelids created them. They have the ability to store great amounts of magicka, which can then be drawn from the crystal if you have the skill. I have spent years researching Wellkind stones and trying to find a way to use them. I eventually discovered a way to prevent the stones from crumbling to dust after use and created a device which can recharge one of the stones with one quick burst of magicka. The method behind the magic is far too complex to explain in detail, so, to put it simply, I found a way to cast a constant, self-sustaining magical shield around each stone. Anyone with a decent set of eyes, and with a knowledge of ordinary Wellkind stones, should notice the slight deviation in color. This is due to the additional tainting process I invented, which may I add is rather ingenious if I do say so myself. The tainting process has enabled me to use the stones to power my many inventions, in addition to their natural ability to restore one's magicka. Originally, I managed to collect a great amount of Wellkind stones from old Aeliad ruins, but many were destroyed during my experiments. I now only have a small amount left, And to that end, I would advise you to take great care not to lose any. All right. Okay. These are fairly standard books. We can put them in our library. So, that's pretty cool. So if we take a look at our progression. Okay. 6 of 6 memoirs found. So we have completed that. Unique items found, 5 of 6. I don't know what the other unique item is. It may be that model that I'm asking about, if that really exists. It's not the secret globe, because that has its own accounting here. So I'm not sure what that is yet, but I have no doubt that we will figure that out. Okay? So the other thing that I noticed, I spent a lot of time poking around here. You guys have seen me puzzle like crazy over this thing over here, right? I keep coming back to it thinking that something's going to happen, that I'm missing something, that I'm supposed to be doing something. I don't know. But in the process of doing that, I found this, which is like a half-buried bench. And it says sit, so I sit. And when I sit, it strips me down for some reason. And when I get up, puts me in a bathrobe. That's kind of cool. So I don't know what's going on there. I can't specifically think of a reason for that. I will say that Zatu looks amazing in this bathrobe. He looks more comfortable than he's ever looked in this entire series, which I gotta say is refreshing. However, if I go in here and I put his armor back on, then the robe is, interestingly, it's removed from my inventory, which was sort of unexpected. So my assumption is that that's a glitching kind of a thing that is either part of something that he's still working on that's incomplete, or something that he intends to fix with a patch, or I don't know. Doesn't matter. I just think it's kind of cool and interesting. So I thought it was worth pointing out. Okay, so nothing else to look at in here for now. So the next thing I want to show you is something that I found very interesting about the dormitory. This was unexpected. So if you remember, in the forge, there's a ladder that leans up against the wall, which is by the firewood supply. I was looking at that, and that made absolute sense to me, because it looks like the ladder is used to retrieve firewood from those big firewood storage shelves, right? The one that confused me was this ladder. Why would there be a ladder here? And at first I was like, who cares? It doesn't matter, because we haven't constructed everything in the room. But now that we're completely finished constructing everything that goes into this room, the fact that the ladder is still there intrigued me. So I started playing around a little bit, seeing if I could click on it, if it would go anywhere, and it didn't. So then I just tried to physically climb it in the same way that we were rock hopping outside. Gonna give it a go. And here we are. We're inside a secret room. And here we have a shrine to Sim Sim. For those of you who aren't familiar, Sim Sim is a modder who is instrumental in helping Dark Fox 127 create the wonderful mod that we're playing right now. And this is kind of an Easter egg paying homage to her. So it's kind of interesting. There's a jug of milk. I'm going to take that. And then we can worship at the shrine of Sim Sim. So I think we should do that. Which we do. 1 hour passes. All right. And then we are transported magically from the space. Now, the cool thing is, as a blessing or a reward, we get the milk drinker, which is particularly appropriate for Zatu, being a Khajiit and all, but it's basically a shout, which allows us to spit milk everywhere. So you get the milk drinker's blessing from Sim Sim. So thank you, Sim Sim. That was interesting and fun, but that made me think about the other ladder. Can we do something with the other ladder? So, of course, I immediately had to go to the forge. All right, so here we are in the forge. Okay, we are going to proceed over here to the firewood storage area, and we are going to commence to do the same thing. Come on, you can do it, Zatu. And here we are. And now we see a small mini shrine where we can also get a blessing from Sim Sim. We have to pay the proper respects for an hour. Got to be an hour. And we also receive the milk drinker's blessing here as well. So I just thought that was pretty funny, pretty cool. And you know, I have not really tried milk spitting in combat, but something tells me that it would be reasonably effective. So I have no idea. Anyway, that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode. Thank you for watching. We discovered a lot of really cool things this time around, and I look forward to seeing you next time.